Welcome to Stanislaus County's Office of Education, Child and Family Services Active Supervision of Children Training. Let's first discuss our policy. Children are visually supervised, observed at all times by teaching staff or family child care home providers while under their care. Care and supervision shall be provided to meet individual children's needs and is at the utmost priority. Active supervision and safety of children is everyone's responsibility. The Head Start program will implement redundant systems to ensure that the health, safety, and supervision of all children are kept as the highest priority. Let's review procedure HS 49. There are three components within this procedure: prevent, teach, and reinforce. Educators will use the prevent, teach, and reinforce approach to develop an active supervision plan specific to the center or family child care home. The plan is most effective when each adult and child is engaged to prevent, teach, and reinforce strategies that promote health and safety for all. As part of this process, staff or providers will actively engage with parents, guardians, volunteers, visitors, as well as children to maximize the effectiveness of the active supervision plan, which could include strategies such as the child count. The first area is prevention. Prevention is key in ensuring the success of the active supervision plan. The plan will be implemented effectively and consistently in order to prevent health and safety threats to children. First, set up the environment so children can be easily supervised at all times. Strategies can include, but are not limited to, study the classroom, outdoor play areas to ensure that furniture and play equipment allow effective monitoring of supervision of children at all times. Set up indoor and outdoor child count boards to keep a current visual count of children present. Anticipate children's behavior, such as wandering off, in order to give children any additional support, especially at the start of the year or during transitions. Engage and redirect children based on their individual needs and capabilities. Ensure communication systems are in place amongst staff, providers, children, parents, and volunteers to identify potential danger immediately. Scan the environment at all times while children are present. Actively engage children so they are less likely to want to wander off. Create supervision zoning. Next, you'll want to complete an active supervision plan, H15C. Each site or family child care home must complete a group or class-specific active supervision plan, which describes the site, family child care home specific strategies, visually identifies playground supervision zones such as restroom, diapering areas, and outdoor play areas, transition, restroom, and ensures that every child is actively supervised at all times while in care, with special attention given to high-risk times, for example, transitions such as child arrivals and departures. Teacher and child ratios are very important. For Head Start, infant and toddler is 1 staff member to 4 children. In preschool, it's 1 staff member to 10 children. For Head Start and state collaborated sites or family child care homes, infants are 1 provider or staff to 3 children, toddlers 1 staff or provider to 4 children, or preschool 1 staff or provider to 8 children. Always follow the most stringent regulations at all times. Let's break down the family child care home model. For small family child care homes, the maximum number of children cared for, including children under age 10 who live in the home, is one of the following: 4 infants or 6 children, no more than 3 of whom may be infants. 6 children or up to 8 children when 1 child is at least 6 years of age, and one child is enrolled in and attending kindergarten or elementary school, and not more than 2 infants are in care. Parent notification and property owner. Child care homes. The maximum number of children cared for when there is an assistant provider in the home, including children under age 10 who live in the home, and the assistant provider's children under age 10 is either 12 children, no more than 4 of whom may be infants, or up to 14 children when one child is at least 6 years of age and one child is enrolled in and attending kindergarten or elementary school, and no more than 3 infants are in care. Parent notification and property owner consent must be on file for both models. Supervision is mandatory at all times. For nap times, staff or providers will designate at least one staff person to actively supervise each group of napping children. Educators will communicate with one another whenever they or a child has to leave the area so that all educators know where others are located. The child count board number will be updated at this time if a child leaves with any educator or specialist, such as a speech therapist or a nurse. In order to ensure that all children are accounted for at all points throughout the day, educators will adhere to the plan, which requires head counts be conducted during every transition and as needed, totaling at a minimum of once per hour. Educators will ensure visual supervision of all children is maintained at all times, including when children use the restroom. Educators will conduct and document head counts during transitions on designated child count board. The next area of the active supervision plan to review is to teach. Strategies included in the active supervision plan will be effectively taught to all educators, parents, guardians, volunteers, and children. Keys to successful implementation. Educators, substitute educators, volunteers, parents, guardians, and children will receive ongoing training to ensure effective implementation of active supervision strategies. The site-specific active supervision plan will be included in the parent handbook, volunteer checklist, and substitute binder. Educators, substitute educators, volunteers, parents, guardians, and children will receive coaching as needed to ensure their understanding of their role in implementing the plan. Educators will collaborate with parents and guardians to identify strategies that support child health and safety at home and school. For example, pedestrian safety. Educators will engage parents, guardians regularly in practices and discussions that support keeping children safe. Educators will engage children in the development of safety rules and will use learning experiences to reinforce personal and group safety. Children will be encouraged and engaged regularly in practices and discussions that reinforce personal and group safety practices within the environment. Reinforce. The active supervision plan will be effectively reinforced with all educators, parents, guardians, and children, ensuring that educators keep children healthy, safe, and supervised at all times, and promoting personal accountability for each staff person. Ensuring the educator counts children prior to and after each transition. Transitions are defined as any time there is movement of child or children from one location to another or between authorized adults. Transitions are often the most challenging time to supervise children. When completing the site-specific active supervision plan, staff or providers are to refer to the directions defined on the hot sheet. There will be a system in place to document the number of children present at any given time. For example, the Magic Child Count Board, and that the active supervision plan is practiced with fidelity. Reinforcement of child health and safety practices through coaching of educators, parents, and volunteers. Educators and volunteers will continually ensure the engagement of children and families in activities that reinforce safety through monitoring of the active supervision plan implementation. And most importantly, we're in this together. To keep safety practices up to date, relevant, and intentional, supervision monitoring must occur on an ongoing basis. Delegate agencies will conduct their own site monitoring. Additionally, grantee level staff will conduct monitoring on safety during visits that may or may not be announced over the duration of the program. We share a common goal to provide quality learning experiences for children in environments that are safe, secure, and fun.